meters and 3 3/10 meters. What was the average length? Okay, so we talked about this in class. I don't know if it was in both classes. I thought so. But anyway, to find the average, we need to add up all the numbers. And the second thing is we're going to take the sum and divide it with the number of numbers we added up. We'll divide the sum. All right. So here, first things first, I have, and with adding, we have to line up our decimals. So 2, that's 3 500ths, 2 74 hundredths, 3 3/10. I'm going to put a 0 here because 0 is my hero to hold the spot. 5 plus 4 is 9. 7 plus 3 is 10. Carry my 1. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And again, I'm going to bring down my decimal. But now, how many numbers did I add up? I added 1, 2, 3. So now that becomes my divisor, and the total amount, which is my sum, is now my dividend. Because I need to find out what was the average long jump, okay? How many groups of 3 can go into 9? Now I'm just going to put my decimal here, kind of ignore that it doesn't exist. So I have 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. I'm subtracting that out, and that's 0. I'm going to bring down my 0. How many groups does 0 go into 0? 0 times, because 0 times 3 is 0. Subtract out, that's 0. Bring down my 9. How many groups of 3 go into 9? 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract it out, and that's 0. So each jump was an average of 3 3/100 meters. Okay? Put the M abbreviation, or you can write it out. 3 3/10 meters. All right, does that make sense? Remember, we have to add up. I take my sum. I divide it by the number of numbers that I added, which was 3. And so the average length that he jumps is about 3 3/100 meters long. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good long jump. All right, so now let's look at 16, 18, and 20. So 16, 18, and 20. A box of 8 snacks, so a box of 8 snack bars cost $24.72. A single snack bar costs $3.47. Right now I'm thinking of H-E-B that has those different types of bars that they sell individually, and then they sell it in a box of 8, or sometimes it's 6. So it just depends. What is the savings on each snack bar if you buy a box of 8 snack bars? Now, I've done this. They actually have it on the tag. So the next time you go to the grocery store with your parents, look on there, and it's going to give you the average cost of each item that's in that cart. And so they've already done the math for you. But sometimes they won't have that label, and so you would have to figure that out yourself. So I have a box of 8 snack bars. Okay, so the box of 8 costs $24.72. Okay, a single bar costs $3.40. Okay, so what is the savings on each box? So I'm going to put the savings, not box, but bar. So it means that what operations will I need? Well, I'm going to need division because I need to find out how much does each bar cost in this box. And then I'm going to do subtraction because I need to take the difference to find out how much savings was on each bar. Okay, so I'm going to have division and then subtraction. All right, and I'm looking at my different costs. So I know that I'm going from $24.72 than what the cost is by buying one bar without a box. It's $3.47. Now look at here. My answer is telling me that the number's going to get smaller and smaller, and the two operations that smaller is division or subtraction, and I'm going to use both here. So to find out how many was the cost of 8 bars each, I'm going to divide. So I'm going to put 8 divided by $24.72. I'm moving my decimal, and then I'm forgetting that it exists. I don't really care anymore. 8 cannot go into 2. But how many roots of 8 can go into 24? And again, you can always go to your multiplication chart. You're scrolling down for the 8. I cannot go over 24. Well, look at there. There's 24. I move it up, and it goes 3 times. Because 3 times 8 is 24. Bring down my 7. Well, can't go. Okay, so bring down my 7. That's going to be a 0. And I'm going to bring down because 0 times 8 is 0. And I can extend this down like this, and that'll still be a 7. I'm kind of running out of room here. So I'm going to bring down my 2. So now I have 72. I'm going to move this over here. So 72, 8 can go into 72. Those of you that are still struggling, go all the way over to the last column. Then you find your 8, and you're going to go across till you get to 72 or closest to. Well, there you go. And so now I'm moving up, move up, move up, move up to 9. Wow. So each bar then in this box, so each bar costs $3.09. Compared to here, if you bought individuals, is it a good deal? Yeah, it really is. So looking at the $24.72, so not so bad after all when you are getting it cheaper. But how much cheaper are you getting it? So now I need to take this number here, $3.47, subtract $3.09. Well, I can't take, so sorry about that. Can't take 9 from 7, so I have to regroup. That becomes a 3. Now I can. So 17 minus 9 is 8. Bring down my 3, bring down my decimal, and bring down my 0. So the best answer is B, 38 cents. So that's how much you're going to save with each bar. Now we can extend it by how much money would you save. What is the price cost? So how much money are you you're saving if you bought 8 bars at $3.47? And so you're taking the difference here and multiply that by 8, and it'll tell you how much you actually saved altogether if you bought the 8 bars. So there's so many different ways that you can add to this equation to find out different answers. Okay, so now let's look at number 18. And it says that Ari divides by 6 and gets a quotient of 9 3/10. So what is the dividend in Ari's division problem? Okay, so she divides by 6 and she gets the quotient. Okay, so I want you to think about this. We're looking for this here. This is the divides part. This is the divisor. So it's 6. The quotient is the answer. So how do we do? What do? We multiply the answer times the divisor, and it gives us the dividend. So what is the dividend in Ari's division problem? So let's go ahead and multiply that out. We're going to move the decimal over one spot from the end. Side note, move one time. Okay? 6 times 3 is 18. Regroup and carry my 1. 6 times 9 is 54. Plus 1 is 55. I'm moving my decimal over one time. So in here, your dividend was 55 and 8/10. Okay, so you have to know what when it says ID divides by 6, know that that's your divisor. And gets a quotient of 9 and 3/10. Well, I know that that's the answer, so if I drew this out, my quotient's going to go on top. And what is the dividend in her division problem? So that's what we're looking for, so that I know that, and I know that if I multiply my answer times my divisor, that gives me my dividend. And so it would be the 55 and 8/10. So those of you that are just joining in, you can see where I just put the answer there so that you can get a full visual. All right, multi-step problem. Let's look at number 20. 7 students bought a ticket to the Science Museum. Wow, okay. They paid a total of $40.25. Well, 6 students bought a ticket at the Art Museum. Their total cost was $31.50. So what is the difference in price between a ticket to the Science Museum and a ticket to the Art Museum? Wow, so what are we going to be doing here? So we know that 7 students bought a ticket to the Science Museum, and they paid a total of $40.25. So here we have 7 students, Science Museum. I'm going to put a big O-M for museum. Total cost. I can put total paid. It's $40.25. Okay, 6 students now bought a ticket to the Art Museum. The total cost was $31.50. So 6 students, Art, M for museum, total cost $31.50. Okay, so now let's go ahead and subtract this. What is the difference in price between a ticket to the Science Museum and a ticket to the Art Museum? Okay, so I'm so sorry. All right, so there's something that we need to do. What do we not know? We're telling total. What's the difference between a ticket? So a ticket means one ticket to the Science Museum, and a ticket, which is one ticket to the Art Museum. So what I don't know, I need to find the cost of each ticket.